Go.
Hello, my name is Consuela, and I have researched the increasing issue of street children in Mumbai. The reality that there are children living on the streets in Mumbai is a significant problem that will never be fully eliminated, but the fact that they are regarded as worthless by society is a problem that the local people and Christians around the world have an obligation to address. Imagine being 5 and waking up under a bridge in the same clothes you've been wearing for a year, huddled next to your friend trying to keep warm. This was Bajaj. He ran away from his family in Delhi at age 5 and grew up on the streets of Mumbai with his friends. They all look out for each other. One day, a boy named Kyla was beat by his parents for not bringing enough money home. The boys then gave him money to protect him from additional abuse. The boys, with Bahay as their leader, found the best places to sleep, play, and work, oftentimes picking up trash or working along railroads. They also enjoyed tricking foreigners into giving them money. They lived in community without the supervision or support of adults. The problem has increased drastically in the last 2 years. In India as a whole, it has increased by 64%, and in Mumbai alone, 127. Mumbai is one of the biggest cities in India, and so it attracts many people looking for jobs. Children come with their families and are usually put to work in the streets. Many kids run away because their families are abusive, and society disregards this. This society still runs under the caste system because it is widely accepted in Hindu culture. It is believed that the higher castes are above the lower. Also, culturally, the old are above the young, the rich above the poor, and men above women. These cultural values, although beginning to change, are ingrained deeply into the culture, leaving children on the street at the very bottom, essentially holding no value. Living on the streets leaves kids vulnerable. Girls are especially susceptible to pimps who pick them up and use them to make money. For this reason, and that girls are often working in households, there are a lot less girls on the street than boys. Children are also often involved in substance abuse because of peer pressure or demands from authorities. By living on the streets, children do not have access to health care and are often left cold and malnourished due to lack of food and clothing. These children have human value that needs to be recognized. When looking through the modern liberalism framework, the gap between the liberties of street children and other children is revealed. The street children do not have equal opportunity to basic liberties such as clean water, food, and clothing. Instead, they must spend their time trying to survive and acquire money. Their opportunities, although formally equal, are not fair. In order to change this, equal rights laws need to be enforced more adamantly. Once these simple basic needs are met, the children can then begin to understand and develop their personal life goals. Community is a huge aspect within the children's lives, and so by looking at Acts 2, efficient ways to build community are found. First, we must serve the needy. Second, have positive community building activities. And third, have common positive cultural values. In this society, children are mistreated, abused, and commonly seen as worthless. These standards negatively impact the community as a whole. Programs that bring community together should be introduced, such as community events or athletic centers. Activities like murals that bring people together and help them to grow to understand each other and each contribution every person has to society. Also, when looking through the Christian perspective, the incarnation ethic is one we should adopt. This calls us to be available and accessible to all. Treat people as if they were an infinite amount and not classify people. Jesus became human, died for us, making us priceless, and by classifying people into rich and poor, we are creating a division that disregards our calling as Christians. Even most who do not believe in Jesus would understand that we are connected spiritually and therefore have moral responsibility to uphold these aspects of the incarnation ethic. Looking through this framework, it is clear that opportunities need to be made which allow people to see the value of life and the negativities of classification. Activities that reveal the children's talents, potential, contribution to society are necessary. The number of children living on the streets of Mumbai is increasing, and although there is no way to physically rid the streets of kids completely, we can change their standard and quality of life. The reality that there are children living on the streets in Mumbai, India is a significant issue, but the fact that they are regarded as worthless by society is a problem that the local people and Christians around the world have a moral obligation to address.